In June 2024, the country exploded with angry Gen Z protests against an unspeakably corrupt, inept, and arrogant government. The noise and anger has not ceased since. It has actually amplified and is amplifying every day, fueled by early campaigns for the looming elections. Many young people, while sympathetic of the Gen Z cause, feel overwhelmed by the noise and anger, and it feels like they are living through the worst of times. Nothing could be further from the truth. What you are experiencing is not new. It is not the end of the world. It is simply your turn. And what feels to you like unprecedented chaos is, in fact, more ordinary than you realize. The world has always been noisy and messy. In fact, this is the least messy it's ever been. Read your history. The world has seen plagues that wiped out cities, wars that lasted generations and killed millions, and whoever remained faced unthinkable starvation. There has been regimes so brutal they would make the current mad and murderous regime feel like a Christmas party. What's different now is not the presence of struggle, it's the presence of information about it, and you have mistaken that visibility for escalation. Don't. The historian Yuval Noah Harari puts it this way: for the first time in history, more people die from eating too much than from eating too little. More people die from old age than from infectious diseases, and more people commit suicide than are killed by soldiers, terrorists, and criminals combined. People are dying from comfort, overeating, and boredom more than infections and war. If you were to bring a time-traveling youngster from the year 1025, or even an African from the year 1925 into your life today, they would fall to their knees in shock and awe. They would see clean water that comes from a tap, food that appears on shelves without hunting or harvesting, knowledge available at the tap of a screen, medicine that saves lives with a pill. They would think they are in heaven, and they would be right. They wouldn't understand why you are so angry, why you are so helpless, why you are so convinced that we've hit rock bottom. If you are a young person today, let this be a challenge to your imagination. The average youth, you, has never been more peaceful, more safe, more freer, more informed, more nourished, more connected, or more powerful than you are now. That is you. Never has it been easier for a young person to learn, to lead, to connect, to disrupt, to earn, to build, to speak, to publish, to invent, to collaborate, to share, to master, to launch, to pivot, to grow, to influence, and to create something out of nothing. You struggle to see this truth because you live inside it. The comfort, access, and opportunity that surround you is so normal that it is hard to see. When you've never had to fetch water from a river, wait weeks for a letter, or risk your life for an opinion, you don't realize that your ordinary life is extraordinary by historical standards. It's hard to appreciate abundance when it's all you've ever known. Instead, the frustrations of modern life, slow Wi-Fi, exam pressure, social media comparison, these feel enormous because they fill your entire field of view. How do you tune into this new perspective? First, zoom out. Perspective needs distance. Read history. You will discover that humanity has always lived on the edge of chaos, and somehow we've always found a way to not just to survive, but to thrive. Second, take the long view. Most of the things that feel like crisis today will barely register in a decade. And third, stop waiting for the world to calm down before you make your move. It won't. Approach your life not with complaint, but with strategy. You will realize that the very disorder you're scared of is what gives you space to innovate, to stand out, and to lead. I'm telling you, this is not the worst time to be alive. In fact, it's the best time ever recorded. It's not easy. It's never been, but it's full of possibilities that in earlier generations only belonged to gods. Don't waste it. Thank you for your time. See you in the next one.